Greetings all you no BSers, this is Derek Ralston from Photography by Derek Ralston here with another video tip. The tip today is how to catch a thief. To be more specific, a counterfeiter. For any of you who use Sony equipment that requires the L-series InfoLithium battery, you know that those batteries are really expensive. I like to use the Sony LED lights for fill lights, especially in weddings, because they're very portable. I don't have to carry a large battery pack or plug them in, and they work great. But man, the batteries can get hard on the pocketbook. And there's some deals out there on the internet that seem too good to be true, and they are. Here are two seemingly identical, genuine Sony NPF 970 batteries. The problem is they are not identical. One of them is real, and one of them is a counterfeit. Let me show you how you can figure out which one is real and which one isn't. First off, go to the packaging. On genuine Sony batteries, this packaging I consider almost childproof. You need a hacksaw to get this thing open. But the counterfeits, packaging is flimsy. It's pretty easy to just get a little pocket knife and tear this thing open. That's the first way you can start to tell. Next up, now all Sony devices have a Sony hologram. Well, this has a Sony hologram too. Unfortunately, it's in the wrong place. It should be over here on the blue stripe, but instead it's in the white and it's a little bit too large. Also, on the front of the battery, on the counterfeit, it says it has a Sony symbol and then NPF 970. On the original, it only says NPF 970. There is no Sony symbol. That's how you can tell that this is original, and this one is a counterfeit. If you go to the back, it makes it even easier to tell, because on the original Sony battery you'll have two things that are very distinct. One is the white and blue circle with the recycle symbol that has the 800 number that does not appear on the counterfeit. And there's also one side with a white sticker that has the FCC compliance that does not appear on the counterfeit. So that's how you can easily tell the original from the counterfeit. Now you say, well, big deal, I just want to save some money. Well, if you use the Sony LED lights like I do, they require the battery to have the genuine Sony microchip that reports the power back to the device. If it does not have that microchip embedded in the battery, the light will not even power on. These do not have the microchip, making them a very expensive paperweight. And that's about all you can do with them. If you ever get stuck with one of these, remember that most of these come from China, and China is very vigorous in prosecuting anyone who puts something out with the Sony name. So one of two things can happen. If you paid with PayPal, just go to PayPal and tell them that you received a counterfeit and you'll get a full refund. Or just contact the seller and tell them, oh, by the way, I have a Sony counterfeit and I'm prepared to turn your information over to the authorities, and they will usually gladly give you a refund. Making sure you don't get ripped off. Happy shooting to you. See you on the forums.